The following podcast is proudly presented by Salsita's Mexican Restaurant. Salsita's delivers delicious food with an authentic Mexican dining experience in the Phoenix area. Located on the southeast corner of 43rd and McDowell, just north of the I-10. Salsita's is conveniently located for your dine-in pleasure, or you can call in and order ahead today at 602-278-3615. Once again, that's 602-278-3615. Craving carne? We've got you covered. Salsitas is also open 24 hours on the weekend, so we've got you covered after the club lets out. When you don't know which Birdos to trust, you can lean on us. So skip the burger, drop the pizza, choose Salsitas. Pods on Radio, we back in the house right now. We just moved from Studio A to the podcast room, but we still have Marmera Creative Studios where they make great things happen every second of the day, you know. But we still here with my man AMG.
Yep.
How you holding up?
I'm good, man.
All right, so I think we left off pretty much at the fucking beginning, 1991, which is actually coincidentally the year I was born.
There you go. It's a great year,
lot of
right?
wild nigga shit was happening that year because
Great year, yeah.
a wild nigga was born. You know what I'm saying? But so I want to talk about like what was it like? Because this is way fucking prior to the social media era. You feel me?
Right.
But what's it like having a big ass hit like "Bitch Better Have My Money" in 1991? At that time, how old were you? 20, 21?
I was 20.
How was that? The
When
real nigga answer.
When the record came out, best feeling in the world, bro. Best feeling in the world. Nothing beats, like, you know, we go to the clubs, and I was connected to people who always let me get the VIPs and all that, but I went to go here and play my record. I knew they played my record, like, at midnight, you know, when the club was super turned up, and just watching people just lose their mind off of some shit you made up, and I still get a thrill out of it, because they don't know what I had to go through to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always a great feeling, man.
Do you remember like how it felt like at this point now, like like what you was feeling inside?
Yeah, but you know, my record wasn't a radio record. You know, everybody get the stories of, you know, when I first heard my record on the radio, my shit was like, when I hear my shit in the club, and it lasts forever because you never heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
So you had to go out and be fucked up, partying your ass off, then the shit come on, everybody go, ah, and lose their mind.
Yeah.
So it never changes. It's never changed, and it's added years to my career because that song is way more famous than me. Mm-hmm. You know, people say, "Bitch, Better Have My Money." Be like, "You AMG?" I'm like, yeah. You know, I'm not known, you know, for my face and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw Quik go through that. I was like, I ain't putting my face in no fucking record.
Yeah, I seen you talk about that. But all right, so and we gonna get to that. But talk to us about like just around the time of your first record and record deal and maybe some tours. You know, any notable acts you might have went on tour with, like, you know, in the early days and shit like that.
Well, this is how it all started. From the record thing, Quik's first album came out January '91. By March, it was gold. April, we were on tour with EPMD, Gangstar, Chubb Rock.
Shine moment.
What is Shine?
Shine moment is when you do something impressive, which you're going to have too many, so we ain't going to give you a bunch of them because then we ain't, you know what I mean? But now, you probably your life is a shine moment, you feel me? But we've been at mostly a local scale because we're trying to uplift the local scene.
Right.
So we got certain people who have done different things in the industry,
Yes.
but not really been in the fucking industry. You've really been in the industry, so everything
Yes,
you probably going to say is shine moment. So
He said Shine moment.
we're going to give you as many as we can.
Okay. All right, yeah. But that was our first tour. We went everywhere. We had a ball. It was insane. You know, we coming from the block to the tour bus to a city near you. And, you know, we young and, you know, the girls and they mamas and hey, man, you know, and by our second month, we weren't going on first. Mm-hmm. You know, because killing that. You know, we had to go on right before EPMD because people would come to see Quik and us
It's a shine moment.
and leave. You know, the headliner's like, man, where the crowd go? You know, not to be dissing them or nothing.
But real shit.
You know, and I used to, God, I was an EPMD fan out of my mind. Still am to this day. They in my phone right now. And, you know, they took me under their wing. I used to hang with Eric and Parrish, and they got me smoking
Nigga
blunts.
said Eric and Parrish.
They got me, you know, they gave me the Phillies and showed me how to roll. Redman was a roadie on that tour. Craig Mack was a roadie. Craig Mack, he used to rap to us every day. Be like, Craig, do that rap. He'd be like, rest in peace, my nigga. Love that dick.
Man, rest in peace. Man.
Don't touch me, I'm crazy. The Mac will amaze thee. Blah, blah, blah. Like every day, he do the same shit. And we was out there for the first leg of the tour is like April to July. Mm-hmm. So we've done every major city in America. Living on the bus with all your brothers, all our security, just clowning every day. We joke, you know, it's nothing but jokes, and you know, we ain't had no hard vices. You know, everybody didn't smoke weed and drink and all that shit. If we had beers, we was cool. But by July, I was like, okay. And Betta Have My Money came out in March, so I got to go on the road with that record and perform it live in front of everybody, and it was blowing up fast. So by July, I was like, all right, fellas, I'm gonna jump off the tour because I got to go cut my album. Yeah. You know, I had momentum going. So I left in July and cut my album in August, so it came out in November. Mm-hmm. That was my first year of professional, you know, business.
Recording.
In the record business and doing real shit. You know, we had conventions back then and stuff like that, so those things were immaculate, and you see, you know, the real successes, and you see that you get to meet the power players and, you know, Russell and all them dudes back in them days, and Teddy Riley and all that type of stuff.
Shine moment.
Yeah, you know, Teddy asked me to produce a song for Rex and Effect, and I was just like, he's like my idol, like my production. Him and Dr. Dre's like my two guys, and I was just.
You watched the Bobby Brown story?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Teddy Riley.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out Teddy, shout out Bob. Bob, my nigga, Bob used to come through, hang out with me, man. We used to get a little loaded, have a little fun, man. You know what I mean? B Brown, my nigga. All new additions.
Sorry, moment, goddamn.
All new additions, you know, I love them dudes, man. They was the guys that, you know, when I was in high school, I used to have a group. You know, we was trying to be like New Edition, and none of my niggas wanted to practice, so I always ended up being a solo artist. So, you know, we was trying to do anything to get into the business.
Yeah.
You know? I went to school when I first moved to LA. I went to Morningside High, Side City, and that school was like fame, like the school where everybody got a talent. You got a whole crew of jokesters. You got a whole crew of dancers. You had the rapping niggas. You had the singing people. So every lunch period was like audition time. You know, who got the new jokes, who got the new raps, you know, battles and all that. So that taught me a lot. Just knowing that you could be talented and you could really make it happen. Like living in Los Angeles, like you so close to it, you know. Yeah. You catch the bus to Hollywood.
Damn, they're in Hollywood. Yeah. At all fucking
the whole
time.
city's Hollywood, you know.
But nah, I want to get back to and it's funny because you damn near said y'all was trying to be New Edition, and that's fucking hilarious.
Dude, I used to be G with the high top fade. I had my shit, Slim Kid, man. I used to be a dancer too. I'm a break dancer.
Oh, so you was doing the steps and shit.
Nigga, I'm from the 80s, man.
Yeah.
I'm a B-boy. I'm a B-boy first.
Can you still get down?
Slowly.
All right.
I'm not gonna be windmilling no time soon. I got an extra 100 pounds on me, man.
All right, so let me get this from tour. Give me your first crazy groupie experience that you experienced.
Kansas City. We did a big old arena out there, and the hotel where we stayed, the after party was on the roof. You know, they had like a big old roof party and all that stuff. So me and my boy Madball, he was in the Jiggable Pie video we saw. Me and Madball, we was roommates on the road. So we like, what you go do? You go to the party? So yeah, I'm gonna get showered up and go up there and be fresh. And we see these girls by the elevator. And oh my God, it's like a vanity with big old ass. Bitch had them biker shorts on and all that. And I was like, look at that. We both was just pondering like, man, how can we get with somebody like that? And I went over there and talked to her, and she was like, okay. I was like, okay. I was like, God damn, that was easy. Like, okay. You know, up to the room, I do my little ritual, roll my couple joints, pour some drink out.
Nigga set the ritual.
Like you want to go on and, you know, like, she's like, okay. Like, you want to get in the shower with me? I got to take a shower. Okay. I was like, this shit is crazy. Like, oh, my God. Man, it went on down, man, a couple times, man, and the girl looks at me and she goes, you don't even know my name. I was like, I sure don't know. I was like,
Shine moment again.
I was like, this shit is crazy. I would have married her. I forgot. I lost her number and everything. I was so hot. I ain't been back to Kansas City yet. Sorry.
We still
Gina. Her name is Gina. Hey,
Gina. And is in the 90s, Gina.
Man.
Gina was popping.
Listen, bro. You don't understand. I probably had like 5 kids with her.
God damn, man. Yeah,
I had 3 that night with her. It didn't work out that way.
So nigga, it's a 6'2" nigga right now looking for.
I hope not. I hope not.
Nigga play football in Kansas. All right, so I seen somewhere where you said you pretty much was touring for 2 years straight. Out for bitch, better have my money.
Well, okay. The record officially came out November '91. When you look it up, it says like 92 or something, but it came out '91. Spring of '92, I did a European gig. I did about 10 dates over in Germany, Italy, and France, and came back with more money I've ever had in my life. And then I just hit the road.
On me, goddamn.
No, I hit the road. I was on the road for 2 years. I did soundtracks. I did like Trespass, Zebrahead, House Party.
House Party 3.
House Party 3, Butt Booty Naked, and all that stuff. And by the time they were like, okay, you ready to do a new album? I was like, not really, but fuck it, send me some money. I'll go in there and see what I can come up with, So yeah, I toured a lot, man. I would go out on a Thursday and come back on a Monday. Like my weekends was packed. Every weekend I'm going out doing 3-4 cities,
Shine on me, man. Let me ask you. So
it
how
was work? It was work.
How would the family treat you when you get back home, like each time and
mean?
shit like that? Like, let's say you was on like gone for a while when you'll come back to
Friends?
LA. Nah, the family and close friends.
Oh, my mother, she loved it. I gifted her every time I went out. Sometimes she'd be a little high. Where you going? I gotta go to Miami. Must be nice. Relax, it's gonna be cool. My friends, I try to give a lot of my friends jobs, take them on the road. Like, you ain't gotta carry no luggage, man. I try to bring them out as hype men or, just somebody to, try to do some road management, just try to get them off the block and stuff. And then most of the time it failed. Because
why?
Because
why
your friends, you might bring a friend out and he think that we need to be tough and fight every time we go. I was like, no, man, we cool. We singing about other shit. We not gangsters. We just chilling,
Yeah.
Everybody don't adapt well. I still got a friend to this day, man. Every time we do a show, man, he like, all right, man, I'm ready, man. Who we got to get? I'm like, nigga, we old. Nigga, we ain't getting nobody. We go get these bottles and go kick it till the show start. Like, I'm not fighting nobody.
Not a motherfucking thing.
No, not at all.
You got to have a hell of a check.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Especially not for free. The only thing you risking is death out there. But all right, so after touring for 2 years, would you say once you got back and you started like dropping and recording music again, did you feel like rap was like a lot more competitive at that like point in time?
Not really competitive, because realistically, the underground is the most competitive. Mm-hmm. That's when you got to be the rawest. You know, I think
True.
rap changed because, it was more acceptable to be on the radio. The groundbreaking records that was like The Chronic, Dr. Dre's The Chronic. Dr. Dre's a huge star before he went solo, right? So The Chronic really made all the bougie girls I knew turn into fake hood rats. They was accepted. We say bitch and shit. Like, they be like, nigga, you can't call me that now. But Dr. Dre and them came out and called everybody bitches and hoes, and they was like, that's cool though.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like, okay, so y'all biting.
That's cool though.
Plus, it was on the radio, and so the accessibility of that type of music being played on the radio changed the game. And then along came Biggie, and they made radio-friendly hardcore hip-hop records that everybody loved. So, it just opened the market up, for that type of sound. And that's what I tried on my second record, and I failed miserably because I...
Wait, failed miserably?
Well, the second album called Ballin' Out of Control, I had too much going on. I would have a studio full of people, girls coming through, everybody's high, everybody eating good, everybody chilling. When you knocking out 2-3 bottles before you get in the booth, it's not going to be a good night, especially if the chicks show up around 10, 11, then it's going to be a party again. So I did that for like a year in the studio, and I saw the bill, and I was like, well, can't do this no more because this shit is costing me a fortune.
How much was the bill?
100 plus. It was like my Porsche money. I was going to plan on a celebration car.
Nigga, fall out.
Oh, yeah, studios was like $1,000 a day. Yeah, we get a good deal to where we can go, 1, 2, 3, 4. We did about 4.5, 5 months.
6 figures on a good time.
Yeah. Got a record out of it, but it wasn't shit to me. It was lackluster because I was in there just doing everything myself, and that's one thing I'll never do again. I'm not really sitting up here trying to do everything myself. You need ears. You need people to tell you that's not cool or that sucks. But I was just enjoying. I was 23, 24 years old, man. I had a lot of dough. House with the pool and the jacuzzi. My pool stayed heated year round. Hey man, my pool stay heated year round, nigga. I be in the pool in February, cold in the motherfucker. The steam be this high off that motherfucker. Like, light the pool up, man. Turn the whirlpools on. We got some girls coming through. I was living like that for like a
Call
long
everybody.
time. Yeah, all the time.
Hell yeah. All right. So now, on a music perspective, were you? Because I'm a big Tupac fan, and I seen what he was going through with Dolores Tucker. Not obviously back then, because I was a fucking kid, but now I see.
Right.
Were you getting any political pushback, like in like any women's groups coming after you for your music
Yeah.
and shit?
All the time. You know, those articles are like in Vibe magazine and stuff like that. When they first came out, and that was an issue. You know, the parental advisories, and you know, just want to stop what you say. But it's like you gotta. They take a black guy saying it because you're a kid, and you're not really supposed to have this power, but you got it through your talents of being a music artist. And they never expected something like rap and hip hop to be what it is. You know. Because, you know, you got to remember, they didn't give us no instruments. We was like, fuck it, we'll take these songs and sample them.
Yeah,
they never knew that SP1200 drum machine, you got 10 seconds of sampling time. A great sample is like 2.5 seconds. They never expected a nigga to dig through some crates, find 2.5 seconds of a sample, and rap over it and make $1 million.
Yeah.
So all of that shit just fucked everybody up. The music world, you know, sampling, they tried to break down on you. Luke and fighting, you know, all that stuff he was fighting. Plus, you know, Dolores Tucker and all those things like that. So it's still a shock to the system, you know. And basically, they don't want you in their country clubs. Because when you bring your black ass into their private gated communities, you go bring your nigga friends too. We go barbecue, and they don't like that because your daughter go like us. You know what I mean? So that's what it really come down to when you get to that level.
Nah, 100%.
They want to stop the dough.
And they couldn't. All right, so they took a lot.
Still
of it.
can't.
They took a lot of it though. But let me say, what was, and just because I'm talking about you getting political pushback, because like I said, your music videos was lit, bro. Like I was looking back at them, I was like, man, I wish I was out there.
We tried, you know, we had video jukebox and we had the box and we had other alternative channels. Like if you wasn't getting on BET, you was on the box, or you was on, you know, local stations that were good. You know, we had Pump It Up, all them type of avenues, to where you would get that, you get a slot, you know, get your shine. And Yo could only do, what, an hour and a half worth of videos. Back in the day, it was a half hour. So whatever avenue we had, you try to adjust to getting in that frame of mind. You know?
Yeah.
There was some dudes that had clean records trying to dirty him up back in them days because the raw shit was, you know, getting a lot of love.
The real,
You know, you just go with the flow.
Especially if you touring as heavily as you was and stuff like that. But what I was gonna say was, so what was it like at like a California pool party, like in the early '90s, for like a nigga like with some money and some clout?
What you mean?
Like somebody with some
famous?
status.
We was all famous back then. You gotta remember, man. Dude, Jodeci, I used to hang with them dudes. Everybody. It was a place in Beverly Hills called Larry Parker's. Larry Parker's was like our Owl's Diner on Happy Days. You ever seen Happy Days?
Yeah, of course. Sunday, Monday,
Now,
Happy Day.
Larry Parker's is where everybody, when he loved everybody that came through, you come through on any given night, and everybody be there. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody in Black Hollywood was there. Everybody you done seen on TV your whole life would be at Larry Parker's. Eating $20 hamburgers, $7 milkshakes, and you know what I mean? Like, and you know, we buying girls tables, like we got they shit. Don't even worry about it. You know, all that shit. We flossing. But we was kids, you know what I mean? We was kids, you know. And that's how you dated in those days. And in a city like that, that's built on power and fame, you know, it's a hell of a card to pull out when you need to. You know, you're not using it everywhere because you just still you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But you use what you can to get what you need to get out the situation.
Yeah, but I mean like the pool party specifically.
Oh, you talking about pool parties?
Yeah. Because I feel like...
Nigga, that's a hot butt naked fun, nigga. That's nothing but. Shit.
All right.
What you think, man? Come on. You got to understand, the girls y'all see on TV, all them actresses y'all be liking, they ain't shit compared to the girls that ain't on TV. You know what I mean? Actors be like 1, 2 little chicks get a little slot and get up and you be like, oh, I love Megan Good, or I love... Nigga, I'll show you 300 Megan Goods.
Yeah.
On anybody you like, I can show you 200 of the other ones.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, pool parties off the chain. You get sick of going to them. Yeah, we go late and shit. Why everybody go wait till these motherfuckers get fucked up? We go up there, crack something, see what's up. You know.
I feel like L.A. in the 90s was just pool party central,
now.
Man. Yeah, probably
it ain't never
true.
ended.
I ain't been out there living. I got to get out there, man.
It ain't never go in. We didn't start it. Niggas didn't start that shit. That was white dudes in Malibu and all. They the ones that had that type of access.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to some other type of pool parties to where it's like, Wow.
Talk to us about that just real quick.
Well, I'm just
Talk
saying,
to us about the other type of pool parties
walk
briefly.
through a nigga house for an hour and still be walking. Like, I'm talking about some big shit. Like, God damn, nigga, your shit go all the way around it. You know, like real shit like that. Hanging off the cliff, you hear the ocean. Like, is the ocean gonna come up in this motherfucker? Like, yeah, I've been in some $20, $30 million tilts, man.
Man, shine moment.
Like silly shit.
Goddamn, man. All right, so before we get too much into that, because we're going to talk about that off camera, because that shit sound like fun. Nah,
Look up the NWA pool party, and they used to throw them all the time.
Yeah, see, that's the type of shit I'm talking about, man. Like I said,
all the time.
See, that's just.
They go to Chris Brown house. I don't know if he's still. Sorry, Chris Brown. I don't know if he's still doing it.
Shout out to Chris.
Somebody doing them. Tiger, one of them niggas. You know.
Hey, I ain't going to LA again until AMG there. All right, look.
I got to pull my old man card out. Like, you know, you niggas gonna let me in, and all my people too. Come on, G, we got you, man. Fuck it, come on.
100% real shit. All right, so let's say, what was it like? Because we was talking about the soundtracks a little bit, so I'm gonna wrap up the early '90s. But what was it like working on House Party 3 specifically? Just because it's a biased question because I just like that movie so much.
Really? I don't even remember what happened in that movie. Cause that was the third one. I was so
That's
mad.
one with Bernie Mac, nigga.
But I was so mad I wasn't on the second one. I wanted to be on the second one.
Okay.
Select got the deal for it, and Kid and Play, they my label mates. You know, they was on Select Records.
That's a goddamn shine moment.
What do you mean?
Kid and Play is your label mates.
My boys, yeah. Yeah.
It sound regular to you.
Huh?
It sound regular to you. All right.
Yeah, they my label. They the dudes. They used to show me the ropes. You know, I remember Kid. He bought his first pad after the movies. Them checks start flowing, and he was like, "Yeah, man, it's $1 million house and shit, man. Like bought a big fat pad and jersey. You know, me just like 91, 92. Like, God damn, I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, so they gave me hope. But
$1 million in 91. What's that like now? That's like 10.
Like about 6.
Yeah.
About 6, 7, about 8,000, 9,000 square feet. You got some silly shit. Get lost in it.
Hey, but that's dope that you got to work on that movie. I just have to ask that question.
I love doing the song. I was happy about doing that. I fought tooth and nail for that song because I sold that record to somebody, and I didn't really sell it to them. I let them borrow it, and they went to go try to do a deal, and they called me. It's like, we need a song for House Party 3. And I was like, I got the perfect record, but I gave it away. Like, God damn it. I had to call these niggas up and threaten them for 3 months. Like, y'all got to give me this motherfucking record back. It's like, man, we trying to do this. I said, y'all ain't going to do shit with it. Y'all going to give me my fucking record back. I done took these people money. They done sent the check and everything. I said, I gotta send them the record. So I get the record back. I take their vocals off, and I got to go do my shit over and fix it all up. And, yeah, they gave me a video off of that, too.
Did you give them their money back?
Who, the people? No, because I gave them the record for free. I didn't charge them for the record. I gave them the beat. Like, here, go ahead. Y'all do something with it.
Oh,
but then I wanted it back. So I was like, y'all didn't make nothing happen with it. Give me my shit back. And, you know.
Should ignite the situation.
I done took the check from the company. They was like, hey, man, we need the record. When you got the record? Hey, man, I'm in a minute, man. I stalled them out for a minute. Our shit came out right before the movie did. I sent it in, like,
yeah,
probably snail mail. Like, got it in 3 days, 4 days.
Man, that was a funny-ass story. All right, so now this is just to wrap up like the early 90s shit, but I just want to, and I want you to kind of answer it from that era. But so I'm going to give you 5 rappers from the early 90s era. And if you know them, you can maybe give a story or a quick story. But if you don't, you can maybe give your opinion of them, all right? We're going to start with my all-time favorite, Tupac.
Tupac, that's my boy.
You got a Tupac story?
Got a few of them. Tupac was my boy. I met him, we went up to the Bay first time, doing a show in San Francisco, and Money B and DJ Fuse, they lived in Oakland, Lake Merritt, had a nice place. We went over there to hang out. Pac was over there. It's like around same song time. Same song. Yeah, that's when he, you know, he got in the group and shit and whatever. And the next time we hung out, we was at a record convention, and those were always fun because you just play the lobby and get fucked up and try to crack all the chicks and hang out. And that night, me and him, we cracked our first Soul Train chicks. So we was bragging to each other. You know, you thought if you had a girl on Soul, if you messed with a girl on Soul Train, you was like a star back then. Like, which one you have? You know, we was comparing notes and shit. We was happy. We was young, man, you know. And Tupac, I think my first place out in the valley, I lived in Toluca Lake. That's like right around Universal Studios and stuff. You know, my first little bachelor pad or whatever, and Pac lived like a couple blocks away. And he would always throw these fucking parties, right? This nigga would call me up and be mad. He's like, "What's up, man? You can't come to my shit, nigga. I invite you all the time. You can't come to my." He just half joking. He ain't mad, but he like, "Man, you can't come." I said, "Man, listen. Every time you throw a party, you invite the whole hood from Los Angeles. So by 11 o'clock, LAPD ain't playing that shit in the valley, and that shit shut down. We be driving by, lights flashing, like we ain't going in that motherfucker."
Yeah.
It's like, look, dude. Every time you throw a party, it gets shut down before midnight. I don't go outside till midnight to a party. I ain't in no motherfucking square fair ass shit. There at 10 o'clock. Doors open at 10 o'clock. I'm there at 10:01. Get the fuck out of here. I'm there like 1:50. My niggas, every time I go with my fellas to this day, they mad. Like, here he go. He go take the 1:30 to get to the club.
Yeah.
Club closed. Fuck him. I'd rather parking lot pimp anyway.
Okay, Too Short.
Too Short's my nigga. Show me the ropes.
That was a Too Short story.
Our first tour, this is a funny story too. Our first tour, when we went out, we started the tour in Maryland, right? It was like Maryland, then we went down to the Carolinas and all that shit. So I don't know, you know, me and Second and Quik, we thought it was just like the girls just come up to you and all that shit. So the first night was a dry night. We on tour to fuck. We don't care about the records or the money. We like, where the bitches at? Nigga, the first show, nothing happened. I was mad at my road manager, mad at the manager, like, man, this some bullshit, man. They said it was going to be like this, that.
Yeah.
Short gets on the bus with us the next day because he was on the tour too, my mistake. Short was on the tour too. And I was just asking him question after question and shit. He was telling us the whole road thing and how it go with the groupies and shit. He was like, man, next time y'all on stage, man, at the end of y'all set, just yell out the hotel y'all at. They'll show up. Man, the next show, I don't know where we was. I think we was in North Carolina where they take niggas to jail for lewd speaking because we had with them big old red-faced sheriff motherfuckers with the hats come behind. It's like, all right, you guys not going to use any foul language. We was up there cussing and fussing the whole night. And at the end of the show, because we was in some little-ass town, I'm yelling out the hotel. I yelled out the hotel for 5 minutes. There wasn't no music playing. They cut my mic off. I was like, all right, fuck it. Got my point across. We get back to the hotel. The fucking, the car lot is filled. The whole concert's at the goddamn hotel, right?
Shy moment.
The manager of the hotel's like, you guys got to get these fucking people out of here, man. What the fuck is going on? It was so many girls in the lobby. We was picking them out like trade places like you and you, not you, you. Security grab these bitches, you know, all that shit. Yeah. Hey, man. I was like, thank you, Too Short. Kalamazoo, Michigan, the nigga gave me my first 64 ounce. I never had a 64 ounce of OD. You know they had them?
No, fuck
They came in big ass jugs, nigga, with the ring handle on it.
Yeah.
I was like, where you get that from? He was like, man, I got it. Man, you ain't never had a 64 ounce. We had 64.
Need to start rapping in this.
Too Short gave us our first 64 ounces.
It's Shy moment,
Then
man.
I have plenty of other Too Short stories.
All right. No, we got to keep going anyway.
Right.
It's good. Okay.
That's good enough for
the show?
All right.
MC8.
MC8's dope. We had the same PR. Lady named Phyllis Pollock. Phyllis Pollock was the lady that had that blew up the NWA FBI letter. And Phyllis is so cold. God, she's an older white lady, and she's like I'm talking about a stone cold rocker, and to be who she was, because she was a great musicologist, she knew everything about music. She gave me more books on black people that I didn't know about than anybody else in my life. You know what I mean? Like, she was a great friend, and she used to hook me and Ade up and do a lot of dates together and all that type of stuff. But you know, all them niggas my niggas. Chill, CMW, they're my niggas to this day. You know, I didn't get involved with that DJ Quik and MC8 thing. I thought it was great entertainment. I knew certain parts of it was pretty real. Yeah. But Ade always been a cool dude, man. I think we probably had a couple of the same girlfriends also, you know.
Okay,
it happens.
Let's go East Coast. LL Cool J.
Met LL Cool J through Mixmaster Spade. Rest in peace. Mixmaster Spade is a pioneer of LA rap. A Mixmaster Spade, now I'm ready to rock. Yeah, okay. Spade introduced me to LL. We was at the Red Onion on Wilshire. And LL, I was in awe. He was like, you never met L? I was like, nigga, no, I ain't never met L. I want to meet LL. Nigga was like a little kid, like, I want to meet LL. So I give him the dap. He's like, what's up, man? You know, LL.
Yeah,
and I
licking his lips.
Look, I hit the nigga arm, and that nigga arm was made out of steel. I said, God damn, this nigga strong. Strong as a motherfucker.
That shit real.
I said, don't fuck with LL.
All right, last one, Ice Cube.
The greatest. I have NWA, one NWA Ice Cube story. I can't tell because I got to tell it to him.
Okay.
And I just did a show with him in Grand Rapids. I ain't get to tell him the story because there just wasn't no time. But Ice Cube, man, he used to hook me up and call me and shoot me the game and tell me, how this business goes. And he the greatest. Cube is the greatest because he's the one that took it the furthest we've ever seen.
Word.
When he jumped in that movie, and I got a story about Boys in the Hood. I knew John Singleton when he went to SC, and he throws me a script. He's like, "Yeah, man, I know your record's coming out, and just read up on the parts." And,
Shine moment already. Keep going.
Yeah, and this is the worst. I just seen him 2 years ago. He said, "You're the stupidest motherfucker. This nigga turned down the part and point." I said, "Nobody knew, nigga. You was in college. My record ain't came out yet. How the fuck I'm supposed to know?" And you talking about the only person got a part is Ice Cube. I was like, man, what the fuck is a doughboy? I read the script and everything. 1 year later, I'm in the movie theater like, ain't this a bitch?
Vision,
I
the
could
power
have
of
been in this
vision.
motherfucker. You talking about that's a bad shine moment.
Yeah.
I turned down Menace
Unshine
too.
moment.
I turned down Menace Society.
Another. That's why I asked about MC8.
We did the Hughes. No, I went up there to see them on set and all that. We hung out and all that shit. But we knew the Hughes brothers. They did Second to None. Second to None, Let the Rhythm Take You, and High Seas video. And they was like, "Gee, man, we doing a movie and all this." I was like, "Man, I don't want to play no gangster, nigga. This typecasting and shit. I ain't even an actor. I'm so stupid. I think you need to know the whole script before you get to the part. I don't know they give you sets every day. I mean, sides and all that type of shit. I don't know how to act." 1 year later, ain't this a bitch? I could have been in 2 motherfucking movies. I'm so mad at myself.
Toppers.
Let me tell you something. I went out for auditions for 2 years. Didn't get shit. I said, fuck this shit. Fuck acting. I fucked up.
So
Boys in the Hood, nigga. Everybody is starring that motherfucker. Come on, man.
That
was bad.
That's an unshine. You missed Boys in the Hood and Men's to Society, and they
Nobody-
was trying to give it to
Dude,
you.
nobody was acting. You look at Ice Cube interviews. He was like, "Nigga, I ain't know how to act. Them niggas asking me to do this shit. Like, dude, I don't act." That's what rappers say. Nigga, we hard enough doing this music shit. We don't know nothing about this movie shit.
Yeah.
But it was the thing to do. It ain't 2 Ice Cubes. There's only one.
Yeah, real shit. All right, that's good stuff though. I'm glad you gave that.
And
to
I'm
us.
glad it's him because he reps it well and he's done very fine for himself.
Yeah, well, shine moment for Ice Cube,
All
man.
day.
All right, so now we're gonna move on to the mid '90s. So '95, you dropping balling out of control. Now,
I call it falling out of control.
it's not as big as
I was losing my mind.
It's Better Have My Money, but from a sound perspective, though, that's what's crazy. You said you was losing your mind, because from a sound perspective, it actually sounded like you was in a good place mentally.
Oh, I was. I was drowning in pussy, bro. I'm sorry. That's exactly what I was doing.
That's what was
It
happening.
was more like pussy, Hennessy, and weed, and I was drowning in it, like losing my mind. That's what I mean.
Okay, so
I used like 3 break beats on 9 songs. I used the same beat for like 2, 3 songs. Like, man, that sound cool. Fuck it. Put this other shit on.
Yeah.
Here. I was doing. My engineers used to be looking at me like, "Come on, man, you gotta try harder." I'm like, man, it sound good enough.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, and actually, and it's funny because it sounds like you was just having fun in life. So that's what came out on
What
the
they call it
record.
when you dial it in?
Yeah.
I dialed it in. Because I didn't have no more aggression. You know what I mean? My aggression was kind of tamed.
You wasn't hungry as much.
The hunger was there, but it was a different type of hunger. Mm-hmm. You got to remember a lot of business moves was getting started, and I wanted to be a part of the business move. Because once you do the records, you go, okay. Some people leave after their first record, like, all right, fuck it. I made it to this point. Let me do something else and try something else. And being that I fucked up doing the movie shit, I was like, I got to do something business-wise. So that's kind of where my head was. I was trying to get married. I was out of my mind.
Yeah.
I was young, too young.
Well, you was trying to get married.
Oh, God. I moved to Atlanta and everything. Bought a big house and shit. Bitch left. I was like, God damn, I got this house. Bad. It was real bad.
I don't even want to know about that.
Oh, that's a whole nother 2-3 hours.
Yeah, no, that shit is hilarious, though. All right, so, and this is another one of those biased questions, because like I said, I was a young nigga at this time, but I was very into it even then, because my mom was bumping all that wild shit when I was a kid.
Because she had to.
Yeah.
You wasn't living your life as a black person if you wasn't. We wasn't on the phone with everybody. If you was on the phone, you was on the telephone connected to a wall. We wasn't in our cars talking to motherfuckers. Our connection was like, this what we eat, this what we listen to, this how we fuck, this where we go visit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was real simple.
Real simple, yeah.
Yeah, I don't go over there with that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like niggas was like, nigga, I do this, and this. So you had to be in tune.
Nah, word.
With your CDs and tapes, nigga. Niggas had tape collections in their car. Nigga have a tape collection this big. Like, nigga, I got all the shit. Man.
Taking up the whole back seat. Like, nah, we can't.
Like, don't sit on my shit. Don't sit on my shit.
Only a couple more niggas in the car.
Man.
All right. So, but not a question though. So, what was it like on the West Coast during the Death Row era? Like in the mid '90s though, because I know Death Row was popping in the early '90s, but in the mid '90s when Tupac was on Death Row, what was it like on the West Coast?
Dangerous. It felt dangerous. Everywhere you went, you know, the LA mentality, you know, moving in from somewhere else, the LA mentality was always watch your back.
Yeah.
And then after you watch your back some more. You know what I mean? So once you somebody that's, you know, you got a face out there, and when you out and about and there's other faces there, and you know, you checking like, what's up, man? You good, man? You know, you just eyeball the nigga. I watched Tupac beat a nigga ass outside. We was at Glam Slam downtown. This was Prince Old Club. This nigga whooped the nigga ass outside the club, across the street. There was a big parking lot. He whooped the nigga ass all the way down the gravel ass parking lot, whooped it all the way back up, and kicked the nigga ass out and went and got some hot dogs. I was like, man, what you doing? This after juice and all that shit. And I was like, my nigga, he different then. Yeah. Because he used to be, you know, he used to be fun and all that, you know, he had the rollie on and just menacing. It's like, you good, my nigga? He's like, yeah, I'm straight, man. You know, man, fuck that nigga, man. You know that. Yeah. No one nobody's supposed to see that shit, but this nigga whooped this nigga ass across the street, down the parking lot, back up, and went to the hot dog man and was fucking up some chili dogs.
Shine moment. Yeah, that shit was funny.
So you talking about the vibe was, you could be at the best, craziest, you could be in middle of Beverly Hills, this motherfucker get shot up outside. Like, God damn, we ain't safe in Beverly Hills. Like, no. Because they done gave these niggas too much money. You know,
Biggie
money
got
going
killed
on.
at Peterson Automotive or something.
The thing is like, you know, when people think about the stars, you're looking at the Shugs and the Tupacs and the Dre's and, you know, whoever else the big stars was on the West at the time. It's like, it's 10,000 niggas. They got money too. Yeah. And guess where they at? They were all these niggas. They everywhere. LA ain't no slack in town. This motherfuckers with dough everywhere. You know, it's gang shit going on. It's baller shit going on. It's hustler shit going on. It's bitch shit going on. And all that shit could be a big ass gumbo at the wrong party.
Nah, real shit. And I'm glad you said that, because I heard Dave Chappelle. Shout out Dave Chappelle. He said the same exact thing. He was like, yo, I'm telling somebody a story about being in the club with Tupac, and they like, yo, ain't it exciting? And I'm like, nah, nigga, you don't realize being in the club with Tupac in the mid-'90s was a dark time. But
it's dangerous.
Any Suge Knight stories?
Not none I'm going to tell on this motherfucking podcast.
Give us something, man. Give us something.
No. Suge was a good dude, bright, brilliant. You know, them dudes.
Oh no,
you don't get to that level
without being that.
Well, by accident.
Yeah.
Or just a mistake. Or no, he had Dr. Dre. Yeah, he had Dr. Dre, but he had to go do some business too to make them type of things happen, and for all them dudes.
Yeah. Side question: how do you get to that level?
You study the game. You know, you study the game. I learned the game from a lot of old heads: Gerald Busby, Dick Griffey. You know, old men. They used to take me up to their offices, their big plush offices, and sit me down. I'm hungover from the club, and they would talk to me all day. You gonna be here tomorrow? Yep, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. Get these lessons, you know, take it in and try to understand how you could be a better business person in the business. You know, it's hard being an artist, number one. Yeah. Hard being a producer. Hard being both. You know what I mean? Then to take it to an executive level where you're trying to go make deals and sign groups and all that type of stuff. You know, it's not nothing that you play with. So I got a lot of education, and some of them dudes they got the same education too. And when you see your slot, you take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, nobody gonna give you nothing.
No,
this business it seems like they give you shit because you got followers and friends or whatever the fuck they do on social media. It's like, nah, it's a lot harder than that. Because like I just told your boy, I said, man, if everybody that followed you or whatever had to pay a quarter to be your follower, you wouldn't have no motherfucking followers. So,
real shit.
You know, and it's based on dough. You know. You know, hard facts, Dr. Dre, they do sold 20, 25 million records before Death Row. You know what I mean? So, where do you take a diamond to get shined up? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, they did the right business.
Not true. That's a good.
And that's, you know, Suge Knight, he's going to be remembered for his great things, too.
I respect Suge Knight. I think he's a genius, truthfully. I know, but then again, like.
You got to push the line, man. You know, when you doing real shit, man, you can't. Ain't nothing gonna be for play. You know what I mean? Like, you can have your fun, everybody enjoy themselves, we go make this money, but they not gonna fuck with us while we doing it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what it is, you know.
Nah, wholeheartedly. Nah, shout out to Suge
You
Knight,
know,
man. I'm
Jay-Z
glad.
and them guys, I think they did the same thing too. They not, you know.
It's from an East Coast perspective, for sure, though. For
Not
sure.
even East Coast, so never use that division because it wasn't the artists that did that stuff. When that came about, that was media and all the motherfuckers using that shit to compare it. It's hip hop.
But you know it's different, though. It's
No. The motherfucker down the street is different from up the street.
True,
So
true.
we can't use division when we trying to talk about our music, you know, our culture, really, you know. You know, some motherfuckers dress funny down south, some motherfuckers dress funny up north, but they not different. They part of the same motherfucking piece of pie. So they'll never use that shit. And they got overblown and overhyped, and it made people fear certain things, and you know.
Yeah.
It's not true. You know, my company was in New York. I had no choice but to go to New York. And all I did was get was love. Them niggas thought I was from Harlem. I was like, no, I ain't from that. Nigga, we thought you was from Uptown. Them niggas thought New York niggas thought I was from New York.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because I could tell the difference immediately. Maybe it's just because I came up at a different era, but like I can immediately.
Well, you gotta remember, you came up to where you had information.
Yeah, true.
All these niggas had was like a Source magazine to read. It wasn't no goddamn. Nobody knew the backstory and back information of some inside game.
Yeah.
There was no shit for the average person to know. Not at all. You was either in this motherfucker or way outside the line. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's too much, and I think today, I thought about it the other day, it's just too much access. It,
Yeah.
it ruins it. Like, what the fuck am I gonna go see a magician for when I know all the tricks? That sucks. And that's kind of like how I look at music. It's like everybody, I got kids run up to me like, hey man, I got some beats on my phone. I said, on your phone? Yeah, I made them with an app. Nigga, I don't know app beats, motherfucker.
Right.
As long as I done sat in the studio and paid thousands of dollars to perfect shit, you go give me some app beats, motherfucker? Get the fuck out of here.
All right, so we got a couple more.
He got a $3 app. He gonna give me supreme production off of it.
Got a couple more mid-90s questions.
It's retarded.
All right, so the song you didn't
cheapen
want
the
us to
game.
play earlier, the Pimp's Anthem video shoot was lit though.
Oh, God,
Where
it's
all
lit.
them girls at now?
Somewhere sad and lonely.
All of them.
You know the bitches got their check and just left. Like, hey, I was like, bitch, I'm in Miami for 2 days. You wanna come hang out? Like, we go kick it.
That's where y'all shot that Miami?
Oh, they all left.
Talk about
Thank
Miami
you.
real quick then. What's your
Huh?
Miami experiences like?
Oh, dude, let me tell you. Luke Skywalker was in L.A. He heard my record, Betta Have My Money, and he brought it down to Miami. And I would go to Miami every month.
Shine moment, yo. That's big time shine moment.
He broke me in Miami. I owe everything. I just got back from Miami last week. I'm doing like a 25th reunion of Pac Jam. That was his club he had out there.
I'm coming with Miami. I'm coming to Miami too, nigga.
For
What's
the
up?
18 and overs. What he did, he brought my record to Miami, broke it, then he brought me down. I would do Pac Jam, which is 18 and over. Luke owned a huge fucking building in Liberty City. Record company on this side, studio in the middle, Pac Jam on this side. Hold about 2,000
The
kids.
Pac Jam.
Yeah, I would do that, and then after that, I would go do Luke's Miami Beach. He had a club in Miami Beach. I would do Luke's 21 and over. So I did that every fucking month for 6-7 months.
Shine moment.
broke
So
the
you pretty
records.
much a Miami nigga then. You got dating your
Well,
wife.
how you don't love Miami? I go to Little Havana. I'm chasing around little motherfucking Dominican girls. I love my sisters. I don't like gold teeth, but you know,
Well,
big
you-
booty Puerto Ricans. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, but you love Miami. You can get with the gold teeth when you cross over to Overtown one time. But
I met a girl from there.
from Overtown.
Yep. I went to Jackson Soul Food. You wait a minute. What is Overtown? You know where Overtown is?
Yeah, I know where Overtown.
I just met a girl that had pink hair and shit. She was pretty like Anita Baker.
Sound like an Overtown.
Yeah. I'm talking about pink ass hair. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, man, Miami is like the second home. Half my family live there, man. So that's why I said we
I
go
love
out there for sure.
I've been
for
through
sure.
all that shit, bro.
Yeah, the real Miami though, not
Yeah.
just the South Beach. The
No,
real,
because dude,
real.
you gotta remember, we was in South Beach wasn't the lick back in the day because it was mostly old folks' homes and hotels. We would be leaving to go do the certain fucking show, and it'd be a bunch of old people in wheelchairs. You guys have a good time tonight,
Yeah.
sonny? Like, because it was still like old folks' homes and hotels until they, you know,
On South Beach.
yeah, it wasn't that new Jennifer Lopez South Beach
Yeah.
and Will Smith shit. That shit was old folks' homes.
Okay. All right. So almost the same question I asked about the early 90s, but now you're in the mid 90s. So some people got cell phones or whatever. What's the groupies like in the mid 90s?
The groupies?
Yeah, man. What's it going on?
You said the mid-90s?
The mid-90s to late, like, 95 to 2000.
Go from like 95 to 2005.
Yeah,
That was
95 to 2000. Before the 2K.
Oh, you talking about before?
Yeah, let's
all
say
that
around the
social
time
media type
Tupac
stuff?
and Biggie just got shot.
That's when I was like, I quit. I was like, we got in this shit to
You
get
felt
away
like the
from
girls
these
were
niggas.
set up at that point?
Huh? The women?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little older. I knew it was a rap when the fucking Hyundais came out back in the early '90s. Because girls didn't used to really have cars. You'd be like, can you come and get me? Like, all right,
Yeah.
bitch, I'll come get your ass. Them Hyundais came out for $6 grand, nigga. You was like, you couldn't catch this motherfucker. I remember the first time a girl told me to page her. She's like, you can page me. I was like, bitch, I don't page no fucking bro. Like, then it was, after that, I was like, oh, this shit gonna be bad. Be chasing them forever, And social media, it's like, I remember my boy, he made me get on MySpace. And I was like, what is this corny shit? He's like, no, man, you can get bitches on here. I was like, I didn't get no MySpace pussy ever. Not a drop. Not even a picture. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing something wrong. I was like, what are you supposed to say? Like, I don't lie too much. So I kind of like, I don't know how to,
Actually, MySpace wasn't even out then.
2005.
No, I'm talking early, or mid-90s.
And girls are girls, man.
Yeah.
Fucking tequila or whatever the fuck they drink, I would go, we would have parties at my house, and I would keep all the good shit for the fellas in the kitchen. Nigga, the stash is under here, and I would take all the shit they drank and throw it in the pool.
Get the girls a Mad Dog 2020.
No, I wouldn't give them that. I wouldn't treat them bad. It's like Alizé days and shit like that. I throw all that shit in the middle of the pool.
Okay.
You be like, where the shit we go drink? In the pool. Gotta
They
get
go
in.
jump right in.
Yeah, you gotta take all that shit off and get in.
Man, life
Jump
is
on
good.
in.
Shine moment.
No, nigga, we were just wild, niggas. I told you, my pool stayed heated all year. My pool mates be like, hey, man, you
For
can
how
fuck
many
it.
years, though?
About 3.
That's a long
I
time.
tried to have a girlfriend like 2 times, like in between that, it's just like,
You had too much money to have a girlfriend.
It wasn't even the money, bro. I never been an overblown spender. Like, I got crazy a couple times. Like, I was just young. How you fucking go to the bank and withdraw these motherfuckers 2-month paychecks and shit, and they looking at you mad because a little
Pissed
black
off.
kid in here like, I need 5,000 cash. You're like, look at this asshole. Then
And
be
back
back the next day
then,
like,
yeah.
I need 5,000 cash.
You need 5,000 more.
Oh man, I was in there just, I couldn't believe it.
Shine moment, goddammit.
I was losing my mind, man. I bought me a car. I ain't had no license and shit. I have a license. I had 3 cars, new cars, no L's. The police called me the last time. He said, listen, if you don't get your license, I'm taking your car. I'm taking you to jail. Nigga went to like 7-Eleven, like around the corner
Yeah.
from the pad, man. Whoop! I told you, if I catch you out here again, I was like, ain't this? I went to jail on Thanksgiving. And my grandma was in town. She was mad. She was like, get your goddamn license. They didn't give a fuck. I would get
Hey,
caught
real
out.
nigga shit, man.
Dude, we would get caught out with gun in the car, drunk. Somebody got weed in the car, and they'd be like, is this your car? License, registration. I said, I ain't got no license. I got registration. It's my car.
Yeah.
All right, you guys be careful. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
They wouldn't fuck with you back then.
Depend on the cop. Depend on the cop.
Dude, I had some lucky. I would get speeding tickets a lot, but other than that, it wasn't too many problems. And it wasn't because you was we weren't famous like that to the police. We wasn't like Michael
Yeah.
Jackson famous.
But
We
they
was
could tell y'all
we was
wasn't.
like rap nigga famous. I used to carry my shit in the car. Police pulled me over, be like, nigga, this is me. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that you. Oh, okay, yeah.
Bitch better have.
Yeah, I had no facial recognition. You know what I mean? They ain't watching videos. They
Nigga
are
be
arresting people.
performing.
Yeah. Well, rap then. A couple of them used to be like, well, rap then. I'm like, come on, bro. You gonna make me rap, my nigga? Give me the ticket. Man, don't get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God! All right, so I was telling you earlier about the summer jam I was watching. So in the mid '90s,
Yeah.
with you, Quik, and Second to
Rhythmalism.
None.
To my rhythmalism.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was
where y'all at this time in the mid '90s? Because that shit looks so like. I'm about energy. You feel me?
Yeah.
And something about the energy was so just real on that summer jam. Like, where was y'all relationship at in the mid '90s with all of y'all?
Look at living our best lives. Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Living my best life. we rent a big ass house, pool, jacuzzi, barbecue grill. We ain't got no furniture in it. Maybe 2 pallets upstairs. We don't give a fuck. Bitches coming over like, where y'all furniture at? Bitch, just go upstairs. Don't worry about it. Got a studio in there, and we cutting records, having a ball. We got somebody cooking. We got refrigerator full of beer and liquor and all that shit, and just trying to cut some shit. And that was rhythmalism. Quik, Quik, I think they got signed to Arista bought Profile Records.
Mm-hmm.
So Clive Davis used to call the house. He'd call like a real nigga with no secretary or nothing. Hey, it's Clive. I'm like, God damn, nigga, this Clive. Hey, nigga, get out the bathroom. Clive Davis on the phone.
Shy moment.
For real. So we cut that record, and Second to None, that's when Up in the Club, that was 98. Rhythm and List was 97, that was 98. But that Summer Jam was monumental because Summer Jam was like, listen, we got to put you guys, or because they play them on the radio also.
Yeah.
But when we come on, they be like, we're going to take a station identification because these niggas is about to cuss for 25 minutes straight. And you can't sing Black Pussy and Bitch About My Money and be on the radio,
No.
That's why we was out there giving it up out in that motherfucker. That's like 17,000 people.
No, it was packed. It was deep. It was 100%
They always
deep.
fun, man. Yeah. Big Summer Jam, you see everybody. I think Bone was there, Snoop. Shit, Missy, Timbo. All back in them days. That was like all that shit.
DeBarge. I seen DeBarge come out,
El
nigga. I said, what's happening?
El DeBarge called. He made Quik. They went to like some. Clive took him to like a Grammy party or some shit. And El DeBarge was, him and Quik clicked up. And Quik came back. He's like, man, El DeBarge gonna come through. I was like, come through. The nigga just called. He on his way for real. Them niggas came through. And they became part of the crew, part of the family, man. We hung out with all of them. James, El, Bobby. We used to go to their shows with them. They'd bring us out. We do a couple songs. They come out to do our shit, singing,
That's different type of fans, like totally different.
Oh yeah. Them girls losing their mind still over El DeBarge, all of them.
Shout out. I didn't know he was such a
the
gangster.
original light-skinned niggas. You talking about every black girl's dream in the ghetto and in the 70s? First of all, they couldn't get the Switch when Switch was the first group, with Bobby and Tommy and them. When DeBarge came out, come on, man, all this love, all them, you talking about 83? Come on, man, you know how many kids is born off of that? They didn't want to give Luther too much pussy. He didn't want it anyway. But them DeBarge niggas, man, God. Rest in peace, dude.
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. All right, so what was the difference like in production towards the mid to late 90s and like the sound that was in the early 90s for you?
Well, more the early 90s sample bass. We bring in a bass guitarist or guitar player or whatever. By the end of the decade, niggas was bringing in timbali players and shit. Like, nigga, is this in the budget, man? What the fuck we need a tambourine player on this shit for, man? Everybody wanted to be authentic,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm more of a, when I produce, it's more of a groove. It's more of a feel. If it feel right, I don't fuck with it. My brother, he's a musician, DJ Quik, a supreme musician. We was working on some shit on the Fixers one time, and we go to lunch and shit. He's like, I'm gonna stay and fuck with the track. We think he mixing and shit. We come back, he got a bitch playing a cello on the song. I said, where you getting that from? Like, we been going an hour, like this bitch sitting in there with a cello. I said, man, where the fuck you get a cello player in the middle of the day?
And she look comfortable.
And put this, she
We
high,
just left.
she on the song, yeah. We come back with Subways and shit. This bitch in there playing the cello. I said, man, take that shit out. This song don't need no fucking cello.
All right, so by the 2000s,
everybody got their own feel. That dude that made records with orchestras and all kind of shit.
And
that's just his thing. Me, I'll take an old dirty sample and make that shit a song. I don't care.
Loop it one time.
Loop it for 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes on that loop.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's real.
That's my hip hop in me, though.
Nah, real shit. All right, so by 2000, you get a distribution deal with Warner.
Where you read that at?
You drop, or I heard you say this. I heard you say this, and you dropping "Bitch Better Have My Money" 2000. Most of the stuff I'm looking at, I read, but I actually heard you say this, and cause my memory's so wicked, I know I heard it out your mouth. Yeah. So you said, by then you dropped "Bitch Better Have My Money" 2001.
I couldn't get away from the name.
Yeah, I'm bad. But how was that received?
These people, it was cool. It did probably like 75. Not bad to be an independent. I didn't do no promotion or shoot a video. It was an opportunity, and I was like, okay, well, let's just see what it'll do.
Yeah.
And if they send another check, then we'll go after it and do this and this and that. So I ran that for like 3 years, and it was cool, interesting. But at the same time, that's when everything was about to go digital.
Yeah.
You send out 75,000 records, nigga, the shipping bill is more than your money. So you like, you know what? Don't send no more records out, y'all.
Yeah.
Just send me my money. Don't send nothing out.
Yes.
If y'all get something back, just send it to me. Don't, running a company in that type of format is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of, and you got to keep feeding it, because 3 months later, they're like, all right, we need another record. We need another record. I said, no, y'all gotta send me a check. It's like, we're gonna send you a check, but you should really turn in another record because we kind of got this shit rolling. You know, you got to keep it rolling. And I wasn't prepared. And I tried to get everybody involved. I was like, listen, man, this is the deal. This is how we do it. You know, they pay on shipping. So we ship out 40,000 records. I can get you a check, nice cut. You know, give me your independent projects. And every nigga was like, why don't you just hook me up with them? I was like, God damn it. Here go this black shit again. You know, it's just nigga shit. Niggas don't trust each other. Your fucking brother don't trust you. You know what I mean? So it's like,
not a bit.
So I was like, well, I'm going to be broke dealing with niggas in this music shit because them niggas all wanted to hook up instead of getting down with me. It's like, dude, all we doing is putting logos on the shit. Put your logo bigger than mine. I don't give a fuck. It's my deal. Just let me run it to where I can get it going. And every nigga turned me down. I'm talking about popular niggas. Niggas didn't have shit going on at the time either. I was like, look, I got a slot for you, bro. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So that was my CEO days that I hated everybody afterwards. Like, I swear to God, I was like, I'll fuck all these motherfuckers. It's like, nigga, you ain't making no money. Let's go make some money.
Yeah.
You know?
And that was probably the last days.
Those are the last days of those type of distribution.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
With the plug like that, you know. And I was just doing co-ops with them for advertising and shit like that. But it was real shit. Like, I shipped my shit out, man. My check came real nice. Real smooth, too. Right around Valentine's Day. Maybe hook my girl back up, you know. She been mad for months.
Everything's good now.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was just the general transition? I mean, you pretty much touched on it, but in the early 2000s, for you in the hip hop, not just production, but just rapping, like just trying to drop music.
Trying to figure it out?
Yeah.
Well, I turned 30. You know, I'm born in 1970, so 2000 was my 30th, and I got that deal. Put out a few records, tried to work with people and all this and this and that. And I was still doing, I think Trouble was out 2001, 2002. You know, Quik and Second, they were still on Arista, and they both did, Quik did 2 albums or 3 albums on Arista. Second None did like 1. Mm-hmm. So I was on their stuff, you know, still getting visibility, getting airplay, but with the rest of the country was kind of cutting back from the West Coast sound, you know, because other cities, you know, had LA, you know, Detroit had Eminem. You know, our Midwest and our southern regions where we used to go out there and get money and win, they had their own people now. So it wasn't like Chicago was calling or Detroit was calling. So we became more internalized with dealing with the West. You know, I call it the L. We'll go from Seattle down to LA, over to Texas, Albuquerque a little bit on the road. And maybe that's as far as the records was kind of reaching seriously without MTV and all that type of shit. But just tried to stay busy a little bit. And I was just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Like, what am I going to do? I don't have a deal no more. It wasn't about people aren't buying records, but ain't no companies really fucking with us because they don't really fuck with older acts.
Yeah,
you know, in a real way. You know, in hip hop, you 27, 28. I be meeting niggas now. They be like, how old are you, bro? You like 39, man. Working on my first album. I'm like, your first album, motherfucker. You need to go.
Up.
Motherfucker, granddaddy rapper ass nigga. Listen, I'm just not hating, but it's like kind of weird. You know, it's a young man's thing.
Yes, it's super,
especially
super
to get
weird.
your experience. You know, you got to get your experience. You can't be ready for your second shit at 50. Like working on my second album, man. Just turned 50. Nigga, if you don't get your old
my chest hurt at the same time.
I got Anderson. They sponsoring my tour. Old ass bear motherfucking aspirin. Motherfucking.
Nah, but you
I'm serious.
Yeah, you went graceful though. That's what's up.
No, but you know.
And you did it all in your young age too. At that, but
well, I knew by 25 I couldn't.
Yeah. I
gave myself a cutoff. Like, nigga, if you don't make it by 25, nigga, you have to go do some real life shit. Like, you gotta go to school. Like, my mom wouldn't. You know, my mom didn't raise me fucked up. You know, I watched my mother go to college and graduate.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Shine moment for mom.
Yeah, always. You know, she's the person. She hated my shit so much. I brought my first record home. I was like, Ma, got my record, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna blow up. She like, I hope they give you some motherfucking money. I was like, God, she loved me. All right.
Yeah.
She don't want to see me lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that made me, oh, God, man. I was a tyrant dealing with that company. I asked them years later, I said, how did y'all deal with me when I was young? I was crazy, man. I cuss out the secretary, to the A&R motherfucker, to the promo motherfucker, to the marketing director, all the way to the president, almost daily. What time is it in New York? Fuck these motherfuckers. Hey, man, look, bitch. Hey, man, every time I had a problem, I cussed out everybody all the way up the ranks. It's like, this nigga's on the phone again. God damn, the Jason is going to be all right. We're going to work on that. Yes, we're going to do it. Yes, we're going to send the money, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I used to be it. I thought that's how you did business.
Yeah.
I gotta stop.
It probably worked for you.
It did. It did. Because my checks still come. Them motherfuckers sitting my checks. 20-some years later, checks still coming.
Shy moment.
Even when on call. Like, oh, yeah, you did. See, hey, man, good looking on that. Yeah, I didn't want to forget you. Yeah.
All right.
Bullshit.
So by the mid-2000s, you got the internet beginning to take a heavy toll on music, obviously. My bad. Like we was talking about.
Intro.
Yeah, but so I seen an interview with DJ Quik where he said you introduced the internet to the clique at the time, and I just want to know what kind of gave you the hindsight to see what was about to occur, you know.
Well, I moved to Atlanta in 95, 94. I was getting my house built. I had an apartment. Whoever lived in my apartment was a geek, and that's the shit. Because I started getting all the computer catalogs and all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I knew a company named CD Now. My thing was, like, even when you sign on the dotted line, that's why I'm not married, because the first contract I ever signed fucked me. So I don't know if I'm going to sign another contract. Yeah. Like, bitch, you better like me forever for free. But I'm just serious.
I'm just serious.
You know, when you sign on a dotted line and you got to deal with these companies and you just a person and they're a corporation, after my first album, I was like, I gotta get off this motherfucker. Like, I was doing everything in my power, just like, can you sell me to somebody else? I was trying to get Leor to buy my contract. Like,
Leor Cohen.
Leor, yeah.
Shy moment. Yes, he call him by first name.
That's my nigga. We smoke cigars, hang out in the office, blah, blah, blah. Russell, all them, my nigga.
That's crazy.
Russell Simmons be like, AMG, that motherfucking bitch better have my money. That's my shit, nigga.
My nigga Russell in 4th Avenue. His nigga Russell is Russell Simmons.
I'm a hip-hop kid.
All right, so.
Well, I was trying to get them to buy me out.
On the internet?
From Select Records. Okay. Because I didn't think they was doing their best job ever. And me and the owner, Fred Maneo, we had a conversation. And I was like, yeah, I said, thanks for taking my triple platinum album and making it gold plus. He was like, oh, thanks a lot. I was just like, y'all didn't know what to do with me. Mm-hmm. You know, they kept looking at he's in California, or your songs are not on the radio. And it's like, that means it's cheaper to push my brand, because you ain't got to buy nothing but magazine ads. We ain't buying TV time. We ain't got to pay no video. We don't have to do payola on the radio. Yeah. Ain't none of this shit go be heard over, you know, FM stereo or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they never knew what to do with me. I was very vocal about what I wanted to do. I was going to try to put another album out within 6 months of the first one. No, it's not time. And they was killing my passion. You know what I mean? You know.
And momentum, sort of.
Yeah. And I was just raring to go. My second album was going to be called Son of a Bitch. And I had about 15 motherfucking songs in there that was going to kill them. You know what I mean? Like, kill them. I was ready to go full-fledged. It's like, wait, they heard this shit? Wait till they hear this shit.
What they say about Son of a Bitch? Like,
they never heard it. I never
title, though.
Come on, man.
How
could it not be dope? Come on, man. I could have had a whole nother thing going on. But I was just scaling back. And I got, like you said, I got comfortable. Then the thing changed. You know, my shit was, you was listening to grimy shit. You know, Wu-Tang. You know, Onyx. You know, I'm a Run DMC kid. I'm raw hip-hop. Mm-hmm. Then it was like, make songs for the radio. Well, how you do that and say the shit I'm saying? You know, I can only do so many rump shakers. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
Word.
That's not me. You know, I love Rex and Teddy and them, but it's like,
you're LA
I wasn't. No, it wasn't even about the LA. It was just like, how do I make some shit like this? Yeah. You know what I mean? You know. So it had me kind of going, you don't want to question yourself when you're doing your art. That's the last thing you want to do, is question any ability you have. Mm-hmm. You know. I'm the type of nigga, even if the loop is off, I still rap over it. Fuck it, let it stay. Yeah. We go add to it. We can't make everything so pristine that it's so easy to digest. You know what I mean? 100%. I don't like doing that shit, you know.
100%. I'm right there with you. All right, so let's go like mid-2000 or 2007 later. You forming the Fixers. And, you know, Can You Work With That in Trouble they were two huge songs. Not just even, they were huge out here. Yeah. Big. So what was just it like forming those, and what was that time like, the resurgence like at that time for you guys?
There was never no resurgence for us. We first of all, being from LA is like being from another planet anyway. We big as shit in LA. So in our minds, we're big everywhere.
Yeah.
Which we are, but other towns be like, yeah, we just like this and we like that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck with y'all. Like, nigga, we from LA. We big at home. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to leave the state and be the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those records always help. I don't even know if y'all play Down, Down, Down here. That shit's like a national anthem in California.
No, I don't remember. These two were.
That's me, Sugar Free, Mossberg, and Quik.
Yeah, see, no, I don't think that one was.
They never played Down, Down?
I don't think that one was as big. Those two were like.
Oh,
but,
here, yeah.
Yeah, those two were huge, and that's like while I was in high school.
That's good.
you
They're
feel me?
visible. You know, those records were video records. So you know, y'all was looking at shit on.
I didn't even see the
Was
video
YouTube
back
out
then. No,
back then?
it was, but no, it was on the radio. I didn't see those videos until I just met you a little bit ago.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know they had videos. They was like radio cuts.
Okay.
You feel me, like that?
In rotation.
Yeah, in rotation at all times, though. At all times.
That's good.
But
But those records work. The Fixer record was Quik went to jail for a couple months and got out. He was like, man, let's do something. I was like, what the fuck we gonna do? It's known. He went in 06, and we were like, well, let's just do a production company and just produce. Fuck it. I don't want to rap too much.
Yeah.
I ain't got shit to say. Fuck them. So
fuck them.
yeah, you just sick of the business. I'm like 35 and shit. 36. Just like, fuck this shit. You know, let's just make some bread. And you know, after a while, trying to come up with a sound and shit, we was like, man, let's just make a record. Because we could sell that sound, and then people come to us and buy the sound, you know.
Yeah.
Simple. We artists. We are people. You know, we known. Might as well use that for what it's worth. And before we did the record, I called fellas, and I couldn't get in touch with nobody. Second to none. D lived in Atlanta. K lived in L.A. High C, you know, he family man and doing his business and stuff. So I couldn't really get nobody. And I told Quik, like, fuck it, it's just gonna be me and you then. Fuck it, we'll just do a duo, right? So he's into it. He wants to cut some shit. I'm cutting shit. He cutting shit. He's on this side of the studio. I'm on this side of the studio. He's blasting his shit all the motherfucking time. All the time. I said, all right, well, what can we make of this? I don't know. All right, well, fuck it. We keep making shit. I turned a couple beats into the Can You Work With That song.
Shy moment.
I kept the motherfucker in the drum machine for months because the nigga didn't want to hear it. Listen to this, man. Listen to it. Take a break. Listen to this. Man, I ain't doing that Atlanta music shit. I'm like, come on, man. This is where all the black people at. You know what I mean? My thing was like, we got to be black again. We just can't be LA niggas,
Yeah.
California motherfuckers, or old school rappers, or gangster, you know, whatever that shit is.
Word.
Get that shit out the way. We go bring them back to the club, make them party. So, finally got it to where I got a verse, I got the hook. I'm like, dude, please just do the rap. I'm going to start you off. I wrote a little something. I said, change it up how you want to, blah, blah, blah. Let's make it fun, make it happy. So I go in there and cut it. He finally cut it for me. And, you know, we made it a record and took it to the radio station. And them motherfuckers siren that shit and played it like 15 times in a row. Julio G, K-Day.
They ate
my
it
nigga.
up.
Oh, they played that
Hey,
shit.
he sent it to all his partners everywhere. I'm telling you. This shit was
And
lit.
from that day, boom, Interscope came, boom. You know, shit, we did a lot of work up there. Right? It was the most work I've ever done for a song in my life. I said, I don't like this new hip hop shit. This shit is too much work. This is the single.
Press runs and
Oh man, God, please. Everybody want to interview. It's like, what the fuck?
Everybody. Nah, that's how I go though.
Please do an interview with us.
Please. Please,
said,
brother.
Listen to the last interview.
Amen,
the
brother.
same shit.
Yeah, the same exact answers. All right, but all right. So what I do want to know. So I know y'all got the record deal, and the record deal was scrapped or whatever. Now, was it disappointing or was it better, like monetarily, the way you got to work it out?
I just forgave them niggas like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I felt everybody deserted the situation because of one bad apple, and he was the type of person that he didn't know anything about artistry or what it takes. You know, people on the outside looking like, nigga, you a rapper, rap, or nigga, make a beat, and you know, he don't know what it takes to, you know, try to create something that's gonna kind of work. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is fucking marketing 101. We gotta stick to the basics, stick to the script, make them party and all that shit. But after everything kind of blew up, you know, Quik went his own way. Management team dissolved, and everybody left me with a bill.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, fuck these niggas.
Yeah.
And I went and sat in my house on the hill. And just like, was disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm talking about disgusted to where, you want to talk about it? Nope. I don't want to discuss it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to see you motherfuckers. And they're like, man, why are you taking it so hard? Well, it was kind of like my goal to make this shit work.
Yeah.
It wasn't about no dough. It's like, man, let's just make something work. We getting older. We need the opportunities to turn into more opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck up opportunities. Like, how many more opportunities you think we go get? We pushing 40, bro.
Yeah.
We supposed to kind of been out this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, in a real way. So, we tried a couple years ago to do some stuff. We did a 25-year anniversary tour and got in the studio and, did our 1-2 and came up with a couple records, but nothing really stuck. So, I think everybody kind of good right now. Like, where they at. We might do some shit in the future, but it's kind of hard to get 6 personalities in the room and agree.
Yeah, word. Word.
We all like to agree on the hit. I'll be like, man, you never know.
Yeah.
You may never get another big smash, but if you get something that's decent and people appreciate it, you can't be mad at that.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask this: what's new? Or actually, no. Before I ask that, there was one quote that I seen that I liked, and it was from DJ. It was from DJ Quik, and this was 2014. He was naming the 14 best rappers of all time, and he said you is one of them. Mm-hmm. But this is what he said, and I want you to tell me what you think about this. He said, AMG has one of the most clever hip-hop lines, even if you don't look at his whole body of work. His first album, for him to do a polka record is just crazy to me. And then his line on the vertical to go 10 different places at one time. I can jump in my ear and walk through my mind. I've never been able to say something as creative as that. For him to make himself seem that small where he could go through his ear and travel through his mind is just incredible. He's a visionary with that shit. And not a lot of people admit this, but ultimately he inspired Biggie. What do you think about that?
It's true. Biggie was my friend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I met Biggie. Let's take a Biggie story, man.
Yeah, Biggie story. 1993, Uptown Live. Remember at MTV used to do them Unplugged things?
Yeah,
whatever?
I know about Unplugged.
My friend, singer, R&B singer, my nigga Christopher Williams, he was doing this Unplugged. Uptown, Mary and Jodeci, all them, they did their whole shit. And Puff brought Big out. And I love Biggie off of Party and Bullshit from, I guess it was Who's the Man soundtrack. And from, being on Heavy D's record, a bunch of niggas. And, I bring drama like you spit on my mama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that shit, I was like, oh, who is this motherfucker? I ain't never seen him in that. So, I knew Puff too. Tracy Waples worked for Russell, worked for Def Jam. And then she worked for Puff. She's a executive, and she introduced me to Puffy, and we were young back in them days, niggas kick it, party, all that shit. But he was like, look, I'm about to leave Uptown, and I got my guy, and this is I never seen Craig Mack before. I didn't know he had Craig Mack also, but he had Big. He brought Big to L.A. He's like, I need some beats for my nigga, man. We trying to do West Coast shit, right? And I was like, you the same nigga off of so-and-so. He was like, yeah, man, yo, what's up, son? Blah, blah, blah. Fast forward. This motherfucker that came over the album, I ain't getting no placements because my nigga that was managing me at the time lost Puff number. So I could have been on Ready to Die.
Wow.
But Premier killed it, and that's my nigga too. Love Premier. Premier love me.
Yeah, shout out Premier, man.
Shout out Keith, rest in peace. Gangstar is one of my favorite hip-hop acts ever. We go to, I'm in New York, 95, Easy Mo B birthday party. Me and my guy from Select, we went there early because he was like, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people at this bitch. Let's just go early. Nigga, we there at like 8:30. I'm like, this shit. Guess who's there? Biggie, 4 other motherfuckers. This is an empty ass club, big ass ballroom in New York. Some shit called the Ballroom something. We in there. He's like, yo, what's up, son? This nigga done been platinum and shit. I said, you still remember? He's like, nigga, whatever. Let's smoke, man. You want to smoke? Fuck it. I was like, this nigga smoking some potent shit. I know he is. I'm drinking tall motherfucking Long Islanders, chiefing with this nigga at the bar. Within, it seemed like minutes, the club was packed. I knew it was like an hour or two.
Yeah.
But I'm so high, we sitting up shooting this shit. We trying to get it bitches and all that shit. The club's packed. Now I'm feeling sick because I done drank 3 Long Islands. This nigga keeps. I'm like, why are you still rolling shit, nigga? He'll roll some shit like this long. We smoking and he rolling. I've never seen. This is a long time ago. I ain't seen people do that shit like back to back to back to back, my nigga. Get on the dance floor with a girl. I tell my nigga, I say, hey man, get the car. You ready to go? It's like 11 o'clock. It's like, nigga, I have to go because if I stay here, I'm going to die. The whole room smelled like weed. The motherfucker was hotter than hell. I have a fucking problem with alcohol and weed. That shit collides and fucks me up. The motherfucker, I leave, jump in the car they got for me. I'm staying like in Times Square or whatever. I tell the car, I said, let me out right here. Let me out. Right here, right, man. Your hotel said, let me out, motherfucker. As soon as I get out the car, I throw up in front of Sabaros. Right down Times Square. I'm talking about the people at the restaurant came out. You okay? I'm like, this nigga Biggie got
the
me
pizza
fucking
joint.
hard. Yeah, I threw up. I'm talking about people eating pizza. They see me out there early right in front of the window like, like this nigga's the worst.
That's a shocking moment, though.
No. There's more to the story. A year later. That story was 94. This is 95. 95, we had the Source Awards, the first Source Awards. I presented the award.
Is this the Come to Death Row Source Awards?
Yeah.
You was there?
I presented the award that they got.
I gotta go.
That's the one they got. They got me, Flavor Flav, and Miss Jones doing the award.
I'm gonna pass out when I see that shit. Shine moment.
Listen. We all staying at the same hotel. The NBA lockouts the same year. So everybody in the NBA's in the lobby. All the niggas from the Source Awards. That Source Awards was tense than a motherfucker. That motherfucker was a tight room, nigga. I was sitting next to Aaliyah and some other motherfucker. I was like, this shit is gonna be dangerous than a motherfucker here. Everybody was on like, niggas was like, God damn, who's with who in this motherfucker? I'm out. Them niggas, Death Row and all them niggas up closer to the front. I said, man, I'm way back here. I hope these motherfuckers don't recognize me or nothing. Man, we get back to the hotel. We taking pictures in the lobby and shit. Big go, yo, come up to the room, man. Me and Faye, we just up there smoking. Come through. I was like, man, fuck you, because the last time I was here, you got me too high, and I had to throw up outside my damn car on Times Square, nigga. Man, just come kick it. I was like, I never went up there. I was like, I ain't getting high with this nigga no more at all, ever. Rest in peace, Big.
Rest in peace, man. That's good shit.
Yeah, but jump in my ear and walk through my Shock G. Every time I see him, he used to be like, yo, how did you come up with that? I said, we had some good shit that day. Seriously, when the fucking song came out like that, because due to the disc I had or some shit, I only had so much time for the funky worm. And I had a piece of something that I sampled wrong, so I just reversed it. And I had the little thing on it, so it worked. Me and my boys start chiefing. We in the room. We don't know. We sitting in the room for like 6 hours just dancing to this motherfucker. We not doing nothing. We ain't going nowhere. We